For centuries, the Valley of the Kings in Egypt guarded one of history's greatest secrets beneath its golden desert sands. Archaeologists believed every royal tomb had already been discovered and looted long ago. But hidden beneath layers of rock and sand, one forgotten burial waited silently for more than 3,000 years. It belonged to a young pharaoh, whose name the world had almost forgotten, King Tutankhamun. In the early 1900s, British archaeologist Howard Carter became convinced that Tutankhamun's tomb had never been found. After years of unsuccessful excavations, his financial supporter, Lord Carnarvon, announced he would pay for just one final season of digging. If nothing was found, the search would end forever. On the 4th of November, 1922, everything changed. A worker uncovered the top of a stone step buried beneath the sand. Carter ordered the area to be carefully excavated, revealing a staircase leading deep underground. At the bottom stood a sealed doorway stamped with ancient royal seals. Carter immediately realized they had discovered something extraordinary. He sent a telegram to Lord Carnarvon, urging him to come to Egypt as quickly as possible. Weeks later, after Carnarvon arrived, the team carefully opened the first doorway and entered a narrow passage filled with rubble. At its end stood another sealed door. Carter made a tiny hole in the corner and looked inside using only the light of a candle. Lord Carnarvon anxiously asked, "Can you see anything?" Carter replied with words that would become famous around the world. "Yes, wonderful things." The flickering candlelight revealed a breathtaking chamber overflowing with treasures. Golden statues stood guard beside magnificent chariots. Beautiful furniture, jeweled boxes, ceremonial beds, weapons, and countless precious objects filled the room. Unlike almost every other royal tomb in Egypt, this one had remained nearly untouched since ancient times. Tutankhamun became pharaoh around 1332 BC when he was only a child, probably 9 years old. His reign lasted less than 10 years, and he died at about 18 or 19. Because his rule was short, he was considered one of Egypt's least important kings. Ironically, thousands of years later, he would become its most famous. As archaeologists explored deeper into the tomb, they discovered over 5,000 carefully preserved objects. Each item had been placed there to help the young king in the afterlife. There were elegant clothes, jewelry, food, wine, games, walking sticks, bows, arrows, and ceremonial weapons. Every artifact revealed remarkable craftsmanship and offered historians an incredible glimpse into ancient Egyptian life. The most spectacular discovery lay inside the burial chamber. A series of enormous golden shrines surrounded several nested coffins. Inside the final coffin rested the mummy of Tutankhamun. Covering his face was an object that would become one of history's greatest treasures, the famous golden death mask. Made from solid gold and decorated with brilliant blue lapis lazuli, quartz, obsidian, and colorful glass, the mask perfectly captured the face of the young pharaoh. Weighing over 10 kilograms, it remains one of the finest masterpieces ever created in the ancient world. Soon after the tomb was opened, mysterious stories began spreading across the globe. Lord Carnarvon died only months later after an infected mosquito bite became serious. Newspapers quickly claimed that a curse protected the pharaoh's tomb and that anyone who disturbed it would die. The legend of the curse of the pharaoh fascinated millions. However, historians point out that there is no scientific evidence supporting the story. Howard Carter himself lived for another 17 years after opening the tomb, while many others connected to the excavation also lived long lives. Most experts believe the curse was simply a sensational tale created by newspapers. Even without a curse, the discovery changed archaeology forever. For the first time, researchers could study an almost complete royal burial exactly as it had been prepared over 3,000 years earlier. Every object provided valuable clues about Egyptian religion, art, technology, and beliefs about the afterlife. The excavation took nearly 10 years because every artifact had to be photographed, documented, and carefully preserved before being removed. Thanks to that painstaking work, millions of people today can admire these incredible treasures in museums. King Tutankhamun ruled Egypt for only a brief period and accomplished little during his lifetime. Yet his untouched tomb transformed him into the world's most famous pharaoh. Hidden beneath the desert for over 3 millennia, His burial preserved an extraordinary chapter of human history. Its discovery reminds us that even after centuries of exploration, the greatest treasures are sometimes the ones that remain patiently